Hey there everyone, this is MarkyMan64 here, welcoming you to a new LP. That's right, it's Q.U.B.E on the PS4. I'm actually playing on the PS5 in backwards compatibility mode, but for simplicity, we will say the PS4 from now on. So I do actually have this game on the Switch also, and I'm going to say something that I've said before with games that I also own on the Switch. If you only have the Switch, then I do recommend you get it. It's a very good game, and at the start, when it first came out on the Switch, there was some issues with optimization and like plants and stuff were popping in to the screen, which is not as evident on the PS4 version, or wasn't at that point. But they have improved it a lot on the Switch. It just feels like, you know, if they're needing to optimize a game on the Switch, then you might as well, if you do have the version that they've not had to do quite so much optimization on, you might as well play it on the PS4 version. But yes, I do recommend it whatever system you are on. So I'm going to go with a new game, because I tried to record this not yesterday, the day before, but my allergies have been really bad the past few weeks, and so I didn't sound too great in the recording, but there's quite a bit of voice acting in the game, and I'll try to not speak over it. And you know, in editing, I'll turn that up so that you can hear it properly. So let's be quiet just now and let's watch some story.
Oxygen systems effective. Loading user interface.
Hey Mel, let me know if you're still good for our call tonight. Can't wait to hear about what you've uncovered today. Poppy says hi. Speak tonight. Love you.
Rob. What the hell? Anyone, help me. Please.
There you go, Q.U.B.E. A little bit of exposition at the start, and you don't need to be aware of Q.U.B.E 1. I still haven't played it or interacted with it in any way, and you get some of the story, I assume, from the exposition. But there you go.
This is Commander Emma Sutcliffe of the Vitruvius mission. I am stranded in an unknown location following mission success. Are there any survivors out there?
Hello? This is Dr. Amelia Cross. I'm picking up your signal. I repeat, I am reading you clearly. Please, I don't know what's happened, but I need help.
Try and remain calm. Your systems are slightly damaged. I can't identify what your rank was either. Looks like you're suffering from cryogenic-induced amnesia.
What? What are you talking about?
You must have been part of Vitruvius, tasked with destroying the cube. Damn. The escape pods must have brought us both back to the origin planet. That life suit you're wearing, you can manipulate the cubic structures with it. We used the same design to destroy an extraterrestrial object that was on a collision course with Earth. You may not remember, but if you listen to me and do as I say, we may actually make it back home. Do you understand me?
I don't know what the hell is going on, but just tell me what I need to do.
Okay. I've detected a human distress beacon coming from the peak of the structure you're in. Your signal is weak because of this blasted sandstorm. I can't log on to you. That beacon is above the storm. If you can just make it there, you should be clear. If you rendezvous with any other survivors, I should be able to use my teleporter to extract us all and get home.
Right. Okay. I think I can do that.
Clever way to slow us down there. So, yeah, as far as I can tell, that is her explaining some of what happened in Cube 1. Now, like I said, I don't know because I've never played it, I've never watched videos of it, I don't know what happens in it, but I assume that that's what some of that explanation and exposition is. But yes, so this is a first-person shooter? First-person puzzle game. It's not a shooter. First-person puzzle game, and obviously you're going to get it with first-person puzzle games, but there's some elements that I would say are Portal adjacent, but it's not like Portal. There's just, you know, like the some of the kind of, not the beats of the story, but I'm trying to kind of come up with what to kind of say without it sounding like it's a copy, because it's not at all. I just think you're going to get that with first-person puzzle games. You're going to get comparisons to Portal. It just is going to happen. So yeah, you'll see what I can do, in that way, like in a Portal-esque way. Like there are things that I can do to my environment, and you'll see that as we go along. But I just thought I would establish that now, because when I tried to record it the other day, I tried to explain that while voice acting was going on, and like it was very disjointed, and so I, as well as like hopefully sounding a bit better today than I was the other day, as far as my allergies go, I'm going to try and kind of correct any perceived mistakes that I made that day as well.
Use the gloves you are wearing to change the structure around you. You should have access to the launch pad function, code-colored blue. Try placing one on any white cubes that have a frame using your left glove, then stand on it.
Jesus! I wasn't expecting that.
You better get used to it. It may just save your life in here. Listen, I'm losing signal because of the storm. Keep climbing upwards. Contact me if you find anything strange.
Hello? Can you hear me? God, what have I got myself into?
Okay, sorry about that. I needed to go because I got a package through, and the guy came to the door. It's actually a package. It's for the my mic stand, so that it can attach to the to my table. But I have another one now, so that I can move the mic over to another table, because I'd have a little fold-out table that I use for my recordings. And so that is now here. Thank you to the company for sending that. Oh, a new type. Okay. Jump up there. Normally there's only one of each type on the frames. I'll show you when I get to multiple frames. But because they've already placed it, it's able to have multiple. At the moment anyway. Spoilers. Okay, bring that out. And then do I need one at the other side? Yes, there is one at the other side. So if I place a blue frame here, and then try and place one there, it doesn't work because only one can exist at a time that I place out.
I found something. Oh, still no signal.
Extrude function. Code colored red enabled. Recommended action. Place red cube on white panel.
What the? Why would these be here?
Okay, now let's establish now, before there's any confusion later on, because I don't call it red. Now, in the bottom right hand corner, it's clearly red. In this machine, it's clearly red. But as you've already seen, that is clearly orange. Now, I know that there's like salmon, which is a shade of red, and it's like very orangey, for example, but I mean, I would say that that's orange. I don't know whether that's just a stylistic thing. Maybe they had recorded all the voice acting and then discovered that red really doesn't work in this space. I have no idea, but I would say that looks pretty orange to me. But you can make up your own mind when it comes to that, whether you think that looks orange or red. I need to place a blue one there. We just use them in different ways. Again, if you place an orange one there, I'm going to just call them orange. That's what I'm going to say. But they cancel each other out. Because at the moment, I am only able to place one colour at a time. I hope that makes sense. I think it makes sense, right? What I'm saying. Is it the middle one that I put on? I think so, right? Yeah. Okay, and there's going to be quite a bit of that as well, of me remembering how to solve the puzzles rather than showing how to solve the puzzles. Like, it just like will happen. Oh, an elevator. I play little mini games with these elevators. I try and get them in the position that they're going to be when it starts the new chapter, or when it loads up here. Again, I do the same with Portal. Like, I try to play little mini games. Like, does anyone out there do that? Or am I alone in this? Oh, chapter 2, the ropes. So it would have started here. But if I'd finished the last chapter like here, then it would have started like right in the middle, like here, roughly. But yeah, I try and get to this position before the load screen comes up. Just a little fun game that I play. Okay, and they're very good in this game, in my opinion, at introducing new mechanics and like expanding on them, like variations on a theme. You know, like here it's a very, very simple. Oh, you push this button and you go up. But later on, I mean, not that later on, not that much later on, it's coming up, but, you know, they will do variations on that and make it just a little bit more complicated, and then a little bit more complicated, and then they build up like that, and they're very good at that, in my opinion, in this game. Okay, so you saw that they had you know, they're expanding on it and they're, you know, combining different mechanics that you've already seen. Oops, a daisy. Maybe I should have went for the other one. Doesn't matter.
Millie, can you hear me?
Emma, reading you loud and clear.
How are you doing?
Making progress, I think.
Good. Listen, I wanted to ask, what do you remember before waking up?
I don't. Not really. I think I was heading towards a job, a dig site in Scotland.
Oh.
I was in a helicopter with my team.
And you don't remember what happened?
No, I don't. Are you interrogating me, Emma? Because it sure as hell feels like it. Emma? Oh, God damn it, this stupid thing. I best continue.
So she was heading for Scotland, which I don't blame her for. This is a very nice country. I always like hearing like my country being mentioned in like games and movies and stuff. It's always quite entertaining. And that's not even to say about like movies and stuff being filmed here, which happens quite often. You know, fairly often for a little country like mine's. House of Leaves, Chapter 3.
Oh, another type.
Another type.
Interesting. It's like the structure itself can duplicate and grow.
So this makes a cube, which you can obviously send places at will. And then get an orange one. And then send that back. Okay, so this one, I'm going to want to get a blue one out here, send that up there, and then get an orange one, and then get a blue one here. And then I'm on top of this, so if I didn't have the green box up here, then it would be too tall to get up here. So then, fun being introduced to the green box. You know, there's so much that you can do now, like open doors, like force open doors. That, and then I want to get up there, don't I? Yeah, I think so. So let's get an orange one, let's get a blue one, step up on here, and then send this over. So then I'm going to want to send this over. And don't worry, if a box is coming towards you, it's not going to hurt you. Like, it doesn't I don't think you can die in this game. Like, it's not obvious anyway that you can die. As far as I know, like, I would think that the kind of in character explanation is that your suit protects you, but there's some things later on that like should hurt you if you can get hurt, but you don't. Look at the light in this. Like, the light in it is amazing. How they design that. Absolutely amazing.
Emma, can you read me?
I'm reading you. Are you alright?
I've come across an exterior space. The storm has cleared up and, well, there's life here. There's water and plants.
That's unexpected.
This doesn't look accidental either. The structure of the space, the organization of it, it looks purposeful. It reminds me of my husband.
In what way?
Oh, he works with plants.
You should move on, Millie, before another storm comes.
Agreed. Speak soon.
Yeah, they're just really good at the design of the room. I also like looking up like that and imagining that we're going forward rather than up. Chapter 4, Lost in Transmission. And I think you expected what is coming up now, like they introduce a concept and then expand on it, so now we have access to the green block. What we will have in a second.
Detach function.
Detach function.
Colored green enabled. Recommended action. Place green cube on white panel.
Incredible.
So now we can place green. So like any of these boxes can have any of the colours. It can have blue, it can have orange, and that's all there. So I want to get that, and then get that, send that over on top of that, and then jump on it myself. Voila. Okay. Nope, I want a green one on there, an orange one on there, and then a green one on there. So when I make the green one up here, it disappears from down there as well. You can only have one green box at a time.
Your suit readings show that you've gained quite a bit of altitude.
Does that mean I'm nearly at the top?
Not quite. These structures, all paths should lead to a central core. If you get there, we can figure out the best way to get you to the peak.
How do you know all of this?
We trained for a long time, Millie.
So what do you think these structures are?
Well, we know they have internal machinations and seem to perform tasks with no need for external input. A cybernetic system of sorts, reacting and adapting. The gloves were built to change that, or at least divert its functions temporarily.
But what's their purpose?
All I know is that we had to stop that vessel from colliding with Earth. The structure you're in, God knows what they're used for. Anyway, let's focus on finding that beacon as soon as possible.
They're also really good at like use of corridors in order to be able to explain like what's happening, and like so that you're not playing, like you can be playing over some of their speech and stuff, and that's alright, but like it doesn't happen all the time. Like there's quite a bit of the voice acting when you're not actually having to concentrate on what you're doing with the puzzle aspect, which is quite clever. So Square can delete a cube, which is important because we're going to want to get an orange one. Again, I call it orange. You can decide for yourself what you think, but I call it orange. And it's not, that's not a kind of attack on them calling it red. That's just literally what the colour is. So I'm going to call it what the colour is. So then do that and delete this. Go through here and climb up there. So I want to get an orange one on this platform and a blue one there, a green one there, there we go. Oh no, hang on, I want a green one to come out here, and again you're not hurt by the green box falling on you, it just kind of falls through you. Okay. Creepy.
Please, take me.
Take me!
My heart beats
But I want it to beat.
for you.
I want to become.
Come one.
She said we would become.
Come one. Don't leave me on my own.
Not without.
Her.
Emma,
What? What is it?
I think it's human, or was. Now I don't know what it is. A statue. And it was saying something. No, not saying. A radio transmission of sorts. I don't know, this is messed up.
Millie, whatever it was, it just means we need to find the location of that signal as soon as possible, okay? Then we can find a place to rendezvous.
Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. Let's just keep going, okay?
One thing I do notice about it is that the subtitles aren't always 100% correct of what they're saying. It gets the gist of it, but it's as if like the subtitles are taken, and it probably is, the subtitles are taken from the script, but when the voice actors were actually recording the line, they maybe like altered it to make it more natural for their speech pattern. But they obviously like, they didn't come together. The subtitles were written with the script in mind. That probably is what happened, but you know, I don't complain about it. It's just something that happens. Now this is one point where I don't mind it, but I know that some people don't like watching things that are like, you know, roller coasters, or when you go over a hill in a car, your tummy kind of rises and does a somersault. Well, that's about to come up with this. We're about to drop down, and somehow we're not hurt. You know, there's no kind of explanation of how we're not hurt by all these falls. Like there is in Portal. I guess they didn't want to kind of the only kind of logical way to explain it is to explain that you've got like springs on your feet, but that's already been taken by Portal. But yeah, so this is going to be one of those moments. So if you get affected by that or feel ill from that sort of thing, then turn away now for a second. Whee! Right down.
Emma, I've emerged into a large chamber. Can you tell me how far I am from the beacon?
Your altitude shows that you're about halfway there.
There's a strange machine in here. I'm going to investigate it, see if it can help me find my way around this place. I can't decipher this, Emma. The language is like nothing I've ever seen. There are some things I can make out in illustration. Like, it seems to be a physical transportation machine, an elevator or monorail that ascends. It's hard to understand. It's connected to the 3 doorways by these large cables. I wonder if it's something that can be powered, taking us towards the beacon.
What was that?
I have no idea. But whatever it was, it seems to have turned this machine on and... it's opened one of the doors.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to follow this cable and find out what this machine does.
Be careful, Millie.
Okay, so this is quite funny, right? Where have we seen a device like this before that's like an elevator or a monorail? Yeah, like the elevators have been all over the... Oh, that was a bit of a glitch. I just jumped there and it registered that I'd fallen down from a high height. But yeah, they're all over the place. Like, here's one coming up now. And yet, like, yeah, they didn't really understand what it was that they were looking at in the picture. I mean, I think it's quite clear that it's this sort of device that picture is of. But anyway, that just makes me laugh when I hear them say that. Like, oh, I don't know what it is. It's some sort of elevator. Chapter 5, Tangled. Good movie, that.
Emma, can you read me?
I can. The signal's a lot better now.
Good. I found what these cables are connected to. It looks like a power reactor.
Do you think you can power it? Is it safe?
I don't know if it's safe for sure, but it certainly does something. There are 4 doorways connected to it via cables. One of them seems accessible. The door behind me is also locked, so it doesn't seem like I have much choice.
Okay. Follow the cable through the open door and see if there's a power source connected to it or a way to open these other rooms.
Got it.
Okay. So, this is kind of what happens in this game. This is how they kind of take you through. Quite often there's a big room and lots of rooms coming off of that, and in each room there's like a puzzle and a kind of, again, a variation on the theme, and they introduce new mechanics. Now, sometimes you go in and all the rooms are available for you. Sometimes you go in like this and one of the rooms is accessible, and then that unlocks all the other rooms. Just be aware of that if you're watching like a walkthrough of the game, including this. I mean, it's not a walkthrough as such as a let's play, but if you're watching a walkthrough to kind of learn how to solve the puzzles, just be aware that sometimes they are in different orders. Obviously this is different because this only has one doorway open, and so when people come into this room, the only place they can go is this room. But yeah, just to be aware of that. And on that note, I will say that I will continue in the next episode, so join us again for another episode of Let's Play Cube 2 on the PS4. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. Thanks everyone for watching. See you later. Bye bye.